What about your people?
My people? Kubienka isn't enough for you.
No, he isn't. We need more people. The three of us could just about make an infamous cabbage-stealing band. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
Or will you find them? They could be anywhere.
We'll have to search for them. Will you help us, Henry?
I reckon I don't have a choice, do I?
I like that boy already. No pointless questions, just straight to the task.
At least tell him where to find the bastards.
I'd love to. But I don't even know who survived that fuck-up.
Not many of us are left. Janos and Adder were the first to run.
Well, you've only given me their names, but I need to know a bit more than that. I don't even know where to start.
Come and see me before you head out. I knew them pretty well, so maybe we can work something out together.
You said you were going to tell me more about the Devil's former band.
Has the lost Liechtenstein surfaced yet?
I'm here, aren't I?
Anyway, only a few fellas out of the whole glorious pack survived the shitstorm, and it's not certain they are still alive. As far as I know, Matthew, Bahuta, Raniak, Janos, and Eder survived. I only know where to find Bahuta. And maybe Matthew. But who knows?
Tell me about Bahuta first. Who is he, anyway?
Well, Bahuta, he was always in trouble. Angry as a dog and covered in bruises. He and his brother could drink all the beer in the inn. Just the two of them. Then they would make a terrible ruckus.
It sounds like you three would get along well. But you said his brother was dead.
Yes, he died right before Bahuta's eyes. Not pretty. Bahuta has been acting weird ever since. He dropped everything overnight and turned to prayer. As if he was scared of being next in line.
Where can I find Bahuta?
At the rectory in Grunt. He helps out with the church.
Did you ever see him again after they caught the devil?
Yeah. But there was no reasoning with him.
You think it'll be different now?
Look, I don't know. Maybe when he hears the devil's back, he will come to his senses. But I doubt it.
I'll go over there and try to talk him into it. There's no harm in trying.
But be careful. Bahuta was never far from giving someone a beating. Maybe he's still got that in him. It was Slavik who kept him from ending up on the gallows because of a fight. Oh, but he's already with the Lord.
Now tell me something about this Matthew fella. Someone with a name like that surely can't be all bad.
The name may be pretty, but he's as ugly as sin. You better not stare at him too much. It is not good for your stomach. He's also a damn willy bastard. People say he likes to rob on trade routes, telling his victims he's collecting tax for the king.
And where do I find him?
I hear there's someone robbing merchants on the roads near Miskovitz. That would be fitting for him. Maybe the bailiff can tell you more. It's practically happening in his yard.
If he's so crooked, why did you take him into your band in the first place?
Nasty characters are more suited to our line of work. It is much harder to convince good people to do bad things.
What about the rest of the band? You mentioned more than one person.
Of course. That leaves Janos, Ada and Raniak. I don't know where they are, but I can tell you about them.
Who is this Adder? What kind of nickname is that, anyway?
Oh, that's easy. He's called Ada because he can't keep his snake in his breeches. He's Polish. He does not speak our tongue, so only Janos can speak to him, really. But otherwise, he's a fucking hilarious. And when shit gets tough, he can really handle it.
Do you know where he could be?
I have no idea. But if you find Janos, Ada will be nearby. The two of them are practically inseparable.
How am I supposed to communicate with Adder? I don't speak a word of Polish.
Yes, you do. We all say kurwa. You must use your hands and feet for the rest. I always manage, and so will you.
Tell me more about this Raniak.
Raniak has a great aim. Slightly better than me, even. Oh, and that bow of his, I tell ya, is a masterpiece. That is how you will know it is him.
How did he get that bow?
How do you think? He won it playing dice. But that was the first and last time he ever won anything. If anyone is really unlucky, it is him. But he would not stop if you were to cut off his hands.
Do you have any idea how I could find him?
Oh, I don't know anything about him. Try asking around at inns where they play dice. It is possible he lost his hose in one of them.
Tell me about this Janos.
Janos? He's from Hungary. He speaks like a Tatar, but at least you can understand him a little, unlike Ada.
And how did he get here? Did he defect from Sigismund?
Not at all. He did something back home, had the gallows waiting for him, so he fled to Moravia. He was having the time of his life until recently. Wine, women, and song. But now he has problems because people take him for a human. But if you knew how he can cook, give him a dead rat and half a carrot, and he will cook you a 3-course dinner.
How can I recognize this Janos?
Like I said, he looks a bit like a human. He speaks almost like we do, but in a queer way. Where you talk to him, you will definitely notice it.
Thanks. I'll go and look for them.
They may sound like a bunch of morons as I tell it, but they will be damn useful to us. Good luck!
Praised be Jesus Christ.
Now and forever.
Excuse me. Are you Behuta by any chance?
That's right, I am. If you're here to right old wrongs, be my guest. God knows I deserve it.
I don't need to right any wrongs. The devil sent me to see if you would rejoin his band.
He is free, and he still hasn't learned. Anyway, tell him I'm definitely not going back to that life.
Why don't you want to go back?
I want to reform myself, to redeem myself before the Lord God, and to earn his absolution. There is no way to do that if I am with the devil.
I'd like to find the rest of the devil's pack. Do you know anything about any of them?
Just Raniek. It has been a few days since he was here.
What did he want from you?
He was begging me for some coin. He said he had a game in Pshitoki, and that he would definitely win this time. As always.
Raniek still hasn't given up dice, eh?
That fella will never learn, and he's already lost everything. He won a really nice bow once, and he's had nothing but bad luck ever since.
Do you know where I could find him now?
Last time he told me he had a game arranged in Pshitoki. Maybe he's still there.
Thanks. Hopefully I'll find him there. I'll be on my way. I probably won't convince you anyway.
Hold on. While you're here, we can pray for the devil's soul together. God knows he needs it badly.
We can. Though I don't know if it'll help anything.
Every soul can be reformed if it so desires and sincerely repents of its sins. Look at me. I used to kill, drink, spend nights with whores, but I learned that it was the wrong way, and now I'm trying to make amends.
Why all of a sudden?
Come pray with me and I'll tell you. Hey, how did you get involved with the devil anyway?
By accident. It was thanks to Jan Zizka.
So, you know Zizka too. Where from?
It's a long story. But if you came to the Devil's Den, I'd tell you all about it over a beer.
Nice try, lad, but I'm staying away from the drink. It's just not worth it. What do you think of the devil anyway?
I don't know. I don't know him very well yet.
It doesn't matter if you've known him a day, a year, or a lifetime. With the devil, you know who you're dealing with from the very first moment. So if you're hoping he's actually different, I can tell you right now, you're hoping in vain.
Where did you say you wanted to pray?
Right here, at my brother's grave.
Is that Slavek's grave?
You know my brother's name?
Aye. Kubienka told me about you both.
Aye, we were in the band together, but the priest was kind enough to let me bury him here.
Was that important to you?
It was. When Slavik was killed and the band broke up, I didn't know what to do. Father Havel put a roof over my head and showed me a completely different life than I had known before then. Together with my brother, I buried my past here, and vowed over his grave that I would never harm another living soul.
This is where you want to pray for the devil?
Here is where I found reconciliation and peace of mind. Where else should I pray for the devil to find his own?
Why did you decide to leave everything behind and start a new life here?
Because of my brother. I was with him in his last moments. He was completely overcome with horror. I never thought he could be so scared.
But you must have been used to seeing death.
He did not fear death, but what comes next? He knew the kind of life he had led, and everything he was responsible for. Now he's paying for it. It may be foolish, but I believe that if I reform myself before the Lord God, he might forgive Slavik too.
Don't you want to help the devil?
That's not up to me. He has to help himself. I can only pray for him.
Too bad. I was hoping I could convince you. So was the devil.
I thought you said you wanted to pray for the devil.
Oh. Aye, all right. Let's pray for him together then.
Yes, that would be best. Aye, but it's Latin, so listen carefully and repeat after me. Pater Noster, qui isn't careless, sanctificator, or no man's tomb. Adventure ad rectum to whom, fet voluminous to her, seek it, inhale it, enter her. Your turn now.
You're saying it wrong. Listen. It goes like this. Pater Noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum. Adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra.
All right, I know the rest. Panem most room. Quote, idi.
Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimite nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo.
Amen. I know it too. That's all I can do for the devil, so you'd better get going now, eh?
Come and hear something you won't believe. I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the south, I saw a land without end, all covered in sand, hot and dry.
Herzlich willkommen.
I'm looking for someone. His name is Raniek, and he carries a nice bow.
That means nothing to me.
And he plays dice. A lot.
Ja, jetzt weiß ich's. Gestern hat sich völlig betrunken. Yesterday with some Pole. They were causing a ruckus until the morning. And I'm still feeling sick.
This drunk Pole, was his name Adder, by any chance?
Ja, Adder. They say there's a whole Geschichte behind it.
Aye, I know it. I'd like to know where he is now.
You should ask the butcher's wife, Eve.
Why should I ask the butcher's wife?
Well, why do you think?
Do I have to make you say it? How does this concern Adder?
It's just some village clutch.
Look, I've heard a lot about Adder. If he was sticking it where he shouldn't have, I'd rather know before some cuckold comes at me with a pitchfork.
Knowing our butcher, you're not far from the truth, glaub mir. Letzte Nacht, Adder suddenly disappeared, just at the same time as the butcher's wife, Eve, did.
She left alone at night?
Leider ja. Her man passed out on the table right there in the inn. What else could she do?
So Adder took the opportunity?
Natürlich.
So where is the local butcher's?
If you go to the village from here, the butcher's Grundstück is the very last one.
I'll go to see her. Maybe she knows something.
You should be careful. The butcher does not like seeing other men around his Eve.
Where can I find this Raniek?
He lost a small fortune here yesterday. It looked like he was going to get a nice beating because he lost more than he had. But a bunch of Kerler from Bilani, who also came to play, lent him some coin. I reckon they felt sorry for him.
Why would they pay for Raniek? Did they know each other?
I do not think so. Maybe they just felt sorry for him. They played a lot themselves. But you could see that Raniek just could not stop.
And do you know where I could find these men from Bilani?
In Bellany, I reckon.
Thanks a lot, I suppose.
Tut mir leid. I can't really think clearly after last night. If I were you, I would ask the Bellany innkeeper. With luck, you will run into them right there.
I'll be on my way. And thank you.
Nichts zu danken.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for someone, and the innkeeper said you might be able to help.
Is that so? Who is it?
A wandering man at arms. He's a foreigner, a Pole. They call him Adder.
And the innkeeper sent you to me. How nice of him. As if the whole village didn't know already. Now he's going to tell everyone who just walks by. Who are you anyway? Some friend of his?
On the contrary, they sent me to find him. He's a dangerous cutthroat. I have to catch him before he hurts more people.
Christ, is that really so? He's going to murder my old man. He and the other men dragged Adder out of the village, saying they'll kick his ass. But now I'm more worried about them.
And where will I find your husband, Adder, and the rest?
Outside the village, in the direction of Kuttenberg. There's a lone tree in the middle of the field. You can see it from a distance. They said that's where they'd take him, so that no one can see them.
I heard you had some affairs with the Pole.
I beg your pardon? Did the innkeeper tell you that? That lying old bastard?
So it's not true?
Of course it's not. I mean, not that the Pole wasn't interested. He was looking at me all night at the inn, but I avoided him. If my husband noticed anything, I'd be in big trouble. But he got so drunk he fell asleep on the table, and I couldn't wake him up. So I got up and went home alone. Adder must be damn quick, because he beat me home and waited for me at the door.
What did he want? Did he hurt you?
No, and I don't know what he wanted either. He was drunk, and since he doesn't speak our tongue, I couldn't understand him. Then he hiccuped, fell to the ground and started snoring.
And what happened then?
He's a big man, so I couldn't move him. I just left him sleep there till morning. That's when my husband returned. And when he found him, he threw a fit. He thinks I had something with Adder. Me! Me! Who has been loyal to him all these years. If he'd taken one good look at Adder, he'd have seen it wasn't even possible. Adder was still dead drunk in the morning.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but notice. Is that bruise from the butcher?
He doesn't mean it. He just doesn't know what he's doing when he's angry.
I'll at least give you something for the pain. Here you go. A potion for the pain. It should help you quickly.
Thank you.
I'd better go and see your husband. The sooner it's over, the better.
Hurry up, please.
Panie, mój Boże, wysłuchaj mnie. Całe życie mordowałem i ruchałem. Więcej razy paliłem kościoły, niż byłem u spowiedzi. Wybacz swemu słudze. Wybacz.
Wybacz i pozwól mi jeszcze tylko raz wykastrować tych bezbożnych skurwysynów!
Shut up! No one can listen to your damn gibberish!
Twoja baba i tak do końca życia będzie pamiętać o mojej polskiej kiełbasie!
I'll shut that gob of yours!
Ciebie i twoją matkę piekło pochłonie. Niech was piekło pochłonie!
Wait! Stop!
A co to za kutas?
What do you want? And who the hell are you?
Leave him alone and untie him.
Why would I do that? Do you know what that bastard did?
If you're talking about the rumours in the village, it's all lies. Nothing happened.
You don't know what you're talking about. That whoreson defiled my wife, my Eva, eh? He should be glad we're only gonna hang him. If I had my way, we'd castrate him as well.
I saw that mark you left on your wife's face. That was no accident, was it?
What are you on about?
You'll raise your hand to a defenceless woman, but you need a whole gang to take on a man.
That's got fuck all to do with you.
Trembling already, coward? Forget about all this. Go home and take your friends with you. And if I find out you've even looked at Ava the wrong way... You get me?
As you wish, she's all yours. But the cow is mine, and she's coming with me.
Oh, fuck.
Chwała Polsce, kurwy! Jebać was!
He's twitching too much. I have to cut the other end, on the tree.
Boli. O kurwa. O kurwa, było blisko. Gdybym nie miał chociaż tego kurczokwiku. O kurwa mać. Mało brakowało. Kimkolwiek jesteś, masz krzepę. Ale teraz to sam bym wpierdolił tym gównojadom.
I reckon you want to know who I am, right? I'm Henry. Henry.
Heniek, a dlaczego ty mówisz do mnie jak do głupca?
Yes, that's me. Henry. I was sent by Dry Devil. He's waiting for you at the Devil's Den.
O, żeż kurwa, czart żyje? To jeszcze go nie powiesili? Kurwa, patrz, głupim to szczęście sprzyja. Te kiepy niemyte ciągle się z nas śmieją. Kurwa mać, aż mnie świerzbią ręce. Hej, młody, daj mi jakąś broń.
Bronny... What?
Broń! Rozumiesz?
A weapon? You want me to give you a weapon?
Tak, kurwa!
Well, you don't need a weapon right now. What for?
No jak to kurwa czemu?
You want revenge, right?
Gdzie tam ja? Spójrz na tę gębuś. Czyż widziałeś kiedykolwiek człowieka bardziej miłującego pokój?
If you're playing innocent, you're not doing a great job. Maybe I can find you something. Here. You'll have to make do with this.
No pewnie, że wystarczy. Jak chcesz, to mi pomóż. Ale jeśli nie, to zejdź mi z drogi.
All right. I promised I'd bring you back alive. What can I do?
No i bocko, do boju!
Oh, mine.
To nazywasz walką?
Hey!
Abyś przez! Taką kuciapę! Psia mać. To było niezłe mordobicie.
So, are you happy now?
No a jak? Jeszcze sobie poleję na to piwa. Poobracam dorodną dziwkę i będę się, kurwa, czuł jak w raju. Żaden plebs nie będzie ze mną pogrywał. A co z Janoszem? Przecież zostawiłem go tam na pastwę losu.
Janosz? You mean Janosz Uher?
No Janosz! W Myskowicach go schwytali.
You mean Miskovic? Janosz is in Miskovic?
Tak, w Myskowicach.
Fantastic. I'll go and get him, and we'll be at the Devil's Den in no time.
Ale do diabła, pojmali go!
He was what? Doesn't matter. I'll find him. You go to the Devil's Den.
No dobra. Ale tylko tego nie spierdol, kurwa.
I hear a certain Matthew has been rampaging round here.
Do you mean Matthew the Collector?
Unless there are other Matthews around, it's probably him.
Aye, he's been giving us trouble for a while now. If I didn't have to deal with this Janos Uher bullshit, I'd have dealt with that scumbag by now. But as they say, misfortunes never come lightly. When there's bullshit, there's a lot of it.
Janosz Uher?
That's the scoundrel I have locked up in the pillory outside my house right now.
What did he do?
He was trying to rob the blacksmith's house, but Loiza, his helper, caught him. He lunged at him, but Janusz pulled out his axe, and the lad ended in a bad way. God knows if he'll survive. If we have to bury Loiza, I'll make sure Janusz hangs.
What exactly did Janosz do to Loiza?
He slashed him with an axe, the murderer, right in the stomach. He's got a deep, gaping wound there, like a gate to hell. We don't have an apothecary or a sawbones here. The herbalist says he only has 2 more days left.
How about I treat this Loiza boy? Would you let Janosz go free?
What do you care about him? Is he some pal of yours?
I wouldn't say pal, exactly. It's more like we have some mutual friends.
All right. If you heal Loiza and pay for that scoundrel, I'll let him go. But don't let him show his face around here again.
I'll go to see Loiza.
As you wish, but be careful. He's in a really bad shape.
Hey, about this Matthew. Where does he ambush people most often?
He has already robbed several traders on the roads between our village and the Sukhdol fortress. You'd better avoid those places. Although, there is a bounty on Matthew, if you dare. Not too measly, actually.
Poor fella. He's barely breathing. That wound looked quite scary. But it's not so bad, really. It's deep, but it's clean, and it's not bleeding much. Maybe some potion will help him. If it was just a gash, he'd still breathe normally. That's all I can find out now. Janosz broke his ribs with that strike. That's why it's so hard for him to breathe. First I have to treat the wound, and then I have to get something to help him breathe a little easier. Buck's blood potion, perhaps?
Well, they did tell me if I buried a blacksmith.
I'll give you Buck's blood. Here. Drink this. I'm gonna bandage you now. Hold on a moment. Hail Mary, full of grace. The Lord is with thee. Please grant Loisa a speedy recovery. He has done nothing wrong. He doesn't deserve to die yet. This I ask as your faithful servant. Intercede for him, Lord God, and your Son, Jesus Christ. May Loisa recover soon, and may he continue to serve the Lord as a good Christian. Well, that's done. It might take a while, but he should be back on his feet eventually. I've already treated Loisa. He'll be all right.
Really? Well, it's true he's looking a little better now. He has a healthier color and all.
So everything worked out well. Can you let Janos go free?
Well, all right. But pay up first. Loisa needs something to live on while he's recovering. Think of it as compensation.
I'd be happy to pay for Janos, but you're asking too much. No. Only because it's you.
More. All right, then. If you insist. I hope Loisa can live off this. Here's the key to the pillory. It's better if you free him yourself. I don't want him spitting on my boots.
Tell me if I buried a blacksmith, it'd end in tears.
Hey, what do you gape at? Fish face?
Dry Devil sent me. He's looking for you.
Tell him Janos busy.
Oh. All right, then.
Dorothy, I just pulling pistol. Get me out of here, brother. My neck on line, hey?
The bailiff told me you almost killed some lad.
Fuck knows what shit he tell you.
I believe him.
Then your head is in your arse.
Don't worry. I'll have you right out of there.
You some wizard, or what?
Well, not exactly. But I do have the key.
How the fuck you get that?
I healed that wounded villager. So the bailiff is letting you go.
Yeah, come let Janos kiss you. But get me out first. I am stiff like fucking corpse. Fantastic! I am stiff like plank of wood. Thank you, fella.
You can thank the devil and Zizka. They sent me for you.
Devil? How he get free, hey? Last I know, he rotting in chains.
Me, Kubienka, and Zizka freed him.
Zizka? That mad bastard here? Now that is something to look forward to. And what about Eder? You find him too?
He's in the devil's den already. He nearly got hanged in a neighboring village.
Him too? What did Polish fucker do this time?
It seems he was, playing hide the sausage with the Pshitaki butcher's wife. And the butcher wasn't too forgiving.
Ah, typical of him. To get hanged for some wench. Well, anyway, I will go now. We meet there.
Hold on. I had to buy your freedom.
You want it back? You fucked in the head. Hey, where I get coin? In fucking stocks? But, you know, I got something for you much better. What do you say to my sausage? Eh?
That's all right. Keep it.
Ah, if you say. I go now. I cannot wait to meet them crazy fuckers.
We'll meet at the devil's den.
I hope. We got things to drink to.
If Matthew is rampaging round here, this could be his work. I think I'm on the right track. This must be Matthew's camp. He's not here, though. I suppose he's off robbing someone. Either I wait, or I can come back another time.
Fucker! Attack! Come and help us!
Come on then! What do you want? Fuck you!
I've been waiting for you.
You're no match for me!
Cut the bullshit and fight! Useless. Think you can face me, do ya? Ha!
Death!
You have a kind master, okay?
Greetings to you. How can I help?
Did you see a lad named Raniak around here? He's a passionate gambler.
Aye. I suppose he was here. What about him?
Do you know where Raniak is now?
No. But try asking the dice players. He played with them all night long. Maybe he told them where he was headed.
Are the dice players here? Just point them out to me.
That's them. At that table, over there. They sit there playing dice every single day. The devil knows where they get their money from. Oh, just a bit more.
Christ, it's hot out. Good afternoon.
The innkeeper said you were playing dice with Raniak.
You know Raniak? Then you must have a drink with us. A friend of Raniak's is a friend of ours.
I won't say no to that. Give it here.
That's what I like to hear. Here you go. Bottoms up.
That really hit the spot. So what about Raniak? Do you know where he's gone?
We can take you to him right now, if you want.
Where are we going?
To see Raniak, of course. You want to see him, don't you?
Look, don't be angry, but if I'm coming with you, I want to know where we're going.
You don't trust us much, do you?
Of course not. I don't know you at all.
I get it. I just didn't want to tell you right away, lest you misunderstood. Raniak's dead.
What? What do you mean, dead?
Well, he's passed on. We wanted to show you where it happened, at least.
What happened to him? Were any of you involved?
No, not at all. God forbid. Raniak was a good man. But the way he went... I don't even want to talk about it.
But how did you know he was a good man? You only met him recently.
You make friends very quickly playing dice, and we liked Runyak from the start.
And he died right after that.
Fate was a cruel fucker to him, you know.
I feel like you're the one trying to fuck with me. You better tell me what happened, or should I call the bailiff?
No, wait. I'll tell you. He drowned in shit.
What the fuck are you talking about? Do you take me for a fool?
No, really. I swear. When it was clear he had no way to settle his debt, he started looking for a way to run. And we've seen this shit before, so we kept an eye on him. He tried saying he was hungry, thirsty, needed to get some air. Finally, he said he needed to dump a load. We didn't want to watch him shit himself, so we let him go. We waited outside the privy so he couldn't fuck off. But the bastard tried to flee the other way. He climbed through the hole, under the boards, and right into the shit pit. We went around the back, thinking he'd pop out. But he never made it.
Didn't you try to help him?
Ugh, no. There were bubbles coming out in one place for a while. But then, well, he was gone. He owed us a lot. But we're not wading through shit for it.
Where exactly did he drown? I reckon I'll have to pull him out.
I really don't envy you. The shit pit is back there, behind the inn. Go round the outhouse and you'll find it. Just follow your nose. See you soon, my
We
friend.
didn't have such dice when I was...
Ugh. It's a good thing Capon can't see me right now. Oh, I want to go to the baths. Ugh. What's Kurva? It's a man. And he has a bow. That's Runyak. How the fuck did he get here? Ugh. It's a good thing Capon can't see me right now.
Janos and Ada are back, so that's a reason to celebrate. Are you drinking with us?
You want to start drinking now? Isn't it a bit too early?
Oh, fuck no. Who knows what tomorrow will bring?
Let's have a toast to that.
Toast? Nah, we get drunk like hogs.
Pytam się jej, czy nie chce wskoczyć na konika.
Ada, for fuck's sake.
A wiesz co ona mi na to?
She says she don't understand shit, huh?
Shut the fuck up, both of you.
A co ty taki wrażliwy?
Did Henry take his sweet time with a rope? Or are you this stupid from birth and I just forgot?
Nah, he's thicker now. If Henry let him choke any longer, he'd be drooling on his shirt.
Chcesz mordę?
Shut up! Fucking hell.
What biting your arse, devil, huh?
I wanted to say I'm glad you and Ada are back. But I don't feel like it anymore.
No to my się sami napijemy. Na zdrowie!
Yeah! To us!
You should raise a toast to Henry. You'd be dead if it wasn't for him.
It's as you say, Zizka, that we should all thank Henry for bringing us to the same table again. So, to Henry.
To the king.
Which one? Or we drink 2 times?
Don't make trouble, Janos. Henry saved you from the noose, but no one will save you from me.
What I care about any kings? Better drink to Henry!
To Henry.
Za tę śliczną cycatkę z łaźni.
Only then? You have more, no?
Tell us about it, Henry. What happened?
I also found Matthew, but he grew tired of your pack. He prefers robbing old crones by the road.
Zdradziecki, zapluty szczur. Jeśli wejdzie mi w drogę, zatłukę go, kurwa, jak świnie!
What did he say?
Nothing nice, I'd imagine. But he forgot to add, Kurva!
What about the rest?
And Raniek is dead.
Somebody rammed dice down his throat.
Not quite, but it was dice that paid him back in the end.
Kurwa! Dał słowo, że tym razem na pewno wygra. Ale znamy się jak łyse konie. Miałem go lepiej pilnować.
Don't feel bad, hey? He not want help and he don't deserve it. What about the rest?
And Bahuta, he has decided to redeem himself, so he could pass the Lord's judgment.
Co za jełop. Nawet Bóg ma go w dupie. Ha!
He got to try hard. Wake up before sunrise, pray, give up meat and beer, and the womans. Fuck, poor bastard.
That's it. That's everyone.
So, we are the only ones?
Unfortunately. But the best remained.
So, to loyal brothers in arms.
Yeah, to us! Long live us!
W moim ogródeczku rośnie różyska. Napój mi, Maniusiu, mego kunicka. Nie chcę, nie napoję, bo się kunia, kurwa boję. Bo się kunia, kurwa boję, bo mi jeszcze młoda!
Nice. We also have one like that.
To teraz ty, młodzieniaszku, dawaj!
What did he say?
He say you sing now.
I'd be delighted. Underneath our windows, water flows so clear. Take my little horse there and water him, my dear. I won't water him, though. No, I can't anymore.
Cudownie! Pięknie!
Henry, my friend, Janusz love you.
A mnie nie?
You most, my sweet other.
No to wypijmy za to!
What did he say?
We drink to that.
Of course we'll drink.
Two last drop, Henry. That is the way. You tell us some story, eh?
Oh, you fellas are a pair of animals. But I love you.
Henry, our boy.
Wycałuj go ode mnie, ty gnojku!
Oh, kurwa. I feel like shit.
No proszę, a któż to do nas idzie? Nieźle. Wyglądasz zdecydowanie lepiej niż Kubienka i Czart. Zdecydowanie. Zaprzyjaźnimy się.
Yes. Sure. You should give me back my weapon you took in Pshitaki.
Dobrze mi służyła. Proszę bardzo.
Tell me something about yourself. We barely know each other.
No cóż, nie znamy się, ale przeszkadza ci to?
What? Speak slower. I can't understand you at all.
A co mnie to obchodzi? Wiesz co? Jak chcesz ze mną pogadać, to przynieś mi beczkę piwa i 100 dziewów. Jak już to razem wypijemy i się zabawimy, to dogadamy się bez problemu.
How is it that women throw themselves at you?
To dar od Boga, Henryku. A może to dlatego, że mam takiego dużego kutasa. Ale mam dla ciebie jedną radę. Jak już zbałamucisz jakąś niewiastę, to spróbuj sprawić jej przyjemność swoimi ustami. Będzie cię bolał język, ale zobaczysz, jaka ona będzie zadowolona.
Well, I Didn't understand a single word, but I'll take it to heart.
So, how did your trial by fire go last night?
Well, I still have both my shoes. I woke up in bed alone, and it wasn't even full of puke. So I suppose it was a success?
I'm jealous. At my age, a hangover is almost as bad as getting shot in the arse.
You always drink like that?
Almost always. The mornings are hard, but at least you clear your head. And often your stomach, too.
Why did they want to hang you?
I reckon my face bothered them. More likely they're pissed off I'm not a hypocritical fucker like they are.
And that's a reason for execution?
Unlike the hypocrites in the League of Lords, I'm not ashamed of what I am.
I know they call you Dry Devil.
Aye. They call me a lot of things, laddie. And that's what rankles the Lords, that I'm getting rich at their expense. And that's some fucking fat loot they stole from the king.
So you're on the king's side?
I'm on the side of whoever pays me, lad. And I'll tell you one thing. I've never gone back on my word. My noble word is my oath. Unlike that of bastards like von Bergau or von Rosenborg.
Have you been at war?
Aye, I fought in Moravia, and I'm still the hetman of the royal city of Znaim. You're just a yokel, so you hardly know what's been going on in the kingdom these last few years.
So what's next, now that your band is back together?
Well, I've got Kubienka, Adar, and Janos. It's not much, but it'll have to do. Now we just have to figure out how to give hell to Sigismund.
What am I to do?
Zizka said you kept nagging him about that. Well, the lad taken by von Berkov at Nebakov.
You mean Lord Capon? I haven't made much progress.
Well, get a fucking move on then!
Good evening. What do you need?
You look troubled. Is there anything I can help you with?
You're very kind, but I need someone who knows their way around a smithy. I need to get a few horseshoes made and deliver them. They were supposed to be done yesterday.
Oh, great. It just so happens I'm a blacksmith, and I'd be glad to help you.
Really? Well, then you've been sent from heaven.
So, how many of those horseshoes do you need?
Well, if you manage to make horseshoes for 2 horses, I'd be forever grateful to you. I'll pay, of course.
What would you like?
Martha says she needs to have something forged.
Let me guess. Horseshoes for that rabble from the camp, eh? God damn it. I'd rather go broke than do anything for that lot.
So there's a military camp on the other side of the hill here. But that doesn't mean you'll lose your livelihood. You have a wife, a farm, and an apprentice on top of it. I'm sure you can use every groschen.
Well, there's some truth to that. But how would I look? A band of those Pragas beat up our boys in the tavern. Even Pascal got a pasting.
Then I'll forge them. At least you'll have a clear conscience.
Well, all right then.
What about the materials? If those horseshoes are needed in a hurry, I don't want to waste time scavenging for iron.
Indeed. Here you go. That should do for 2 sets.
Here are those horseshoes. 2 sets, just as we agreed.
Let's see them then. These will do just fine. Such a young, hard-working, talented fella you are. Too bad I'm not a few years younger.
You mentioned something about payment?
Here you go. You won't buy a castle for it, but good work calls for good pay. Now, someone just needs to bring the horseshoes to Victoria. Would you do that for me? This backache of mine.
Who's this Victoria?
A girl from the village. She's a bit different. But deep down, a good girl.
Different? What do you mean?
She's had a hard life. Her husband died of the plague a while back, and now she's all alone. She does odd jobs for the villagers here to make a living. Sometimes I send her up to the soldiers with our goods. Why would I drag myself up that hill when she's got young legs and likes going up there anyway?
Fine. Which house does she live in?
It's not far at all. Just cross the stream and you're there. See you later, my friend.
Victoria, I bought you horseshoes from Martha. Victoria? Are you here?
Christ, so much blood. What happened here? I have to tell Martha.
I brought Victoria those horseshoes, and I think something's happened to her.
What? What do you mean?
The house was empty, and in the hearth room next to the bed, I found a puddle of blood. It hadn't even dried yet.
Jesus Christ! What if she's been... No!
Well, it might not be too late. Do you have any idea where she could be?
I don't know. Really? Oh, how horrible!
Did Victoria have problems with anyone from the village? Did anyone want to hurt her?
No, definitely not. Good God, she was... I mean, she is a good girl. Although...
Can you think of anyone?
Sometimes there's talk about how she lives alone and how she makes her living.
Why would anyone be bothered about how Victoria makes her living? As long as she's not stealing, she can do whatever she wants, right?
Well, not everyone was happy that she brings our goods up to the camp. Once, someone even drew something very ugly on our door because of it. But what's that poor girl supposed to do without a man? There's a war, and we all need to make a living somehow.
Who did she go and see at the camp? Who might know more about her?
Mainly their blacksmith. She brings goods up there every 2 or 3 days. He's certain to remember her. So tell them at the gate that you're bringing something from the smithy. They'll let you in.
Who's bothered by her living alone? Whose business is that?
Things are a little different, you see. She lost her husband some time ago. A young widow, actually. A pretty young widow. Naturally, a few fellas were fawning over her. There was one in particular, but he got the boot, just like all the others. But he'd never hurt her. He might be a loudmouth, but he's harmless.
Who's this mystery man, then?
I won't say. If word got out that I accused someone, we might as well just close up shop here.
Well, I'm not about to go blabbing about it in the tavern. I just need to know where to start looking for Victoria.
Fine. But you didn't hear this from me. Farmer Kuba was pretty keen on her. And he wasn't going to give up easy. Last time, he tried to flatter her by giving her a headscarf. But Victoria knew it had belonged to his dead wife. So she told him to sod off. The whole village was laughing at him. He's a bitter old man. But would he hurt her? I don't think so.
Huh? Jealousy's a powerful thing, though.
Well, that's true, too. So go and ask him yourself. He lives with his children and his housekeeper in that big house behind the smithy. He's always wearing a bright red coat and a hat with a feather in it. You're certain not to miss him. but not a peep about what I told you.
Don't worry. I'll take that secret to the grave. Is there anything else you can think of before I go?
I've already told you everything I know. Now hurry up!
Greetings.
You're Cuba, the farmer, right?
Aye, I am. What do you want?
I'm looking for Victoria, and I thought you might know where to find her.
Why should I, of all people, know?
I hear you were quite fond of her.
Who told you that, eh?
But she sent you packing. In front of half the village.
Birds have been twittering, have they? Her husband wasn't the only one taken by the Black Death. I lost my wife, too. So I thought to myself, enough time has passed, and two can live better than one. I tried. She wasn't interested. End of story. I've no idea what she's up to now, and I don't care.
Do you have any idea what happened to her? She lives alone. Everyone around here knows that.
Everyone knows everyone around here. Miskovitz isn't a big place. Why would something happen to her?
Victoria's missing. And there's a puddle of blood at her house.
I reckon someone was jealous of them soldiers she hangs around with. What's that got to do with me?
You can't be serious. She could be injured somewhere, or even worse. And you're glad?
What goes around comes around. I have a clean conscience. To hell with that silly goose.
Nah, I'm leaving. I have better things to do than argue with you.
And don't come back.
Oi, you! Come here! Where do you think you're going?
Into the camp, of course.
Oh, aye. They can't wait to see you. Look here. No strangers are allowed in. So turn around and sod off back to the pile of dung you crawled out of.
The Miskovitz blacksmith sent me with some horseshoes. He said they'd come in handy in the camp.
All right, you can go in. But no messing about.
Greetings, sir. Who are you?
You do not know who I am? Have you just crawled out from under a dung heap? I'm Grossav of Borumlaka. What do you want from me?
Nothing. I just wanted to talk to you.
You and half the camp. I don't have time for you, peasant. I'm in charge of the whole place here. Got that?
Sorry, I didn't mean to waste your time.
Then do not waste my time.
Would you help me out? I'm looking for someone.
That depends. Who are you looking for?
Victoria. A girl from Miskovitz. They send her up here with goods from the smithy.
You'll have to ask the blacksmith. The smithy is opposite the entrance in the upper part of the camp. If you don't see it, you'll hear it at least. You can't miss the banging of the hammer.
Thanks a lot. I'll ask him.
See you later, my friend.
Ugh, it's late. What do you want from me?
Does the name Victoria mean anything to you?
No. Should it?
She's a girl from Miskovitz. I heard she comes up here to sell things.
Ah, I know who you mean. Aye. There's a girl who shows up here every now and again. I'm no good with names, but Victoria sounds familiar.
Who did she know best around here?
She got along with the merchants, but I'd say she fancied Black the most.
Who?
A soldier from the provisioning unit. I'd say her business dealings were more of an excuse to meet with him.
Where can I find this soldier Black?
He's lying in the infirmary. He's got gut ache, and you can hear him howling halfway across the camp.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
Farewell.
I can't stand any more of this. Oh.
Are you the one they call Black?
I'm more like green just now.
But I need to talk to you.
And I need something for the pain. Can't you see I'm barely breathing here? Kurva, I feel like I'll burst.
Tell me exactly what's wrong with you.
My belly hurts. It's killing me. It's as if I'll burst at any moment or give birth to a calf. It's from the fucking pig swill they give us to eat here.
Maybe. Does it hurt when I press here?
Yes! I feel it here. Here. Oh!
It's no wonder. Your stomach's blown up like a bellows. You must have eaten something really bad.
We put some mushrooms someone found in the woods into the stew. Oh. Fuck.
It's obvious. You've eaten poisonous mushrooms. If you want relief, you need an antidote. The sooner the better.
But I can barely move. Oh, please. Bring it here to me.
I don't have anything for you yet. Keep clenching your teeth.
Teeth? It's my arse I have to clench. Hurry up!
With fresh herbs, it would have turned out better. Still hasn't got better.
Not in the slightest. Don't you have anything for the pain? I'll take anything.
I have something for you that should work. Drink it.
Thank you. Oh, I can feel it bubbling and gurgling inside me.
Well, are you better now?
Not yet.
No. To look at you, I'd say you're as fit as a fiddle. You're not as white as you were, Black.
I still feel like I got run over by a team of oxen, though. It'll be all right once I get a good meal in me. So, what did you want?
It's about Victoria, the girl from Miskovitz.
Christ almighty. That woman won't leave me alone. Now she sent someone to try and change my mind?
But I didn't come to change your mind. Why would I do that?
Well, she's tried practically everything. Complaining, screeching, threats, tears, but none of it worked.
And what was she trying to achieve?
Look, we had a bit of fun once or twice, but that was it. She just didn't get it.
Victoria's missing. Her house is empty, and no one knows where she's gone.
What do you mean she's missing? Wait. Seriously?
As if the earth opened up and swallowed her. Seeing as you two used to meet up, you might have some idea where to look for her.
She didn't tell anyone? Not even the blacksmith's wife?
There was a pool of blood on the floor. I was shocked when I went into the hearth room.
She often said she didn't know what she'd do if I left. But I thought it was just the kind of thing girls say.
Well, what were you expecting? She's already in a tough situation, and you just made it worse. Get off your ass and do something.
I can't just prance right out of the camp. Unlike you. Not far from here to the east, there's a spot we used to meet. A small clearing in the forest, where there's a pair of big birches. She might be there.
Good. I'll look there. But I'm doing it for her, not for you. Got it?
I know. But bring her a message from me. Tell her she's a stupid cow. I didn't force her to do anything, and now she's crying over spilt milk.
Try and think it over a bit. It might not just be Victoria's life at stake here. Could you live with yourself, knowing you could have done something, but just couldn't be bothered to help her?
Could have. He's right. I got her into this horrible mess. So tell her I'll take care of her. And if she wants, she can stay here. I'm sure they'll find work for a woman here. At least we'll be together.
Now that sounds like a man talking. I'm going to see her now. I hope it's not too late.
I'll never touch another mushroom again so long as I live.
I shall kiss your cheeks.
There are 2 birches here, and I reckon that must be Victoria.
Rest thee here beneath the trees. Rest thee here among the leaves, where bird song calls you to bed.
You're Victoria, right?
And who are you?
No one important. Well, it all started like this. I was supposed to bring you some horseshoes, but then...
I'm not interested in any damn horseshoes.
Wait, though. In short, I'm Henry. Black sent me to talk to you. Oh, and so did Martha from Miskovitz. They're worried something happened to you because you vanished all of a sudden. I'll accompany you back home. All right?
I don't want to go back there. Nothing good ever happened to me in that house. I want to stay with my Black. Where is he? Why didn't he come himself?
Because he's lying in the infirmary. But you don't need to worry. He'll be all right soon. I know what happened to you. I was at your house and saw... well, everything. I'm sorry, but this is no solution.
You have no idea what's going on. You don't know me at all.
Then tell me what happened. Maybe I can help you somehow. After all, talking about it will help you feel better. Things aren't as bad as they seem.
Well, you already know that me and Black used to meet. But he changes his mind like the wind. First he says he wants to be with me, then that he's a soldier of the king and serving him as his priority. There's gossip in the village that I'm the camp whore who'll sleep with anyone for a handful of grain. Whenever I left to go up there, they'd shout at me not to come back. And then I found out that I'm with child.
And Black is the father of your child?
Of course. The villagers think I sleep with half the camp, but it can't be anyone else's but his, as God is my witness.
And that blood on the floor in your house?
I was desperate. I picked some herbs to make a decoction to get rid of it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I said to myself, I'd rather die with my child than kill it and go on living.
So you cut yourself?
Yes, with a knife. I cut myself once or twice, but once I felt the pain and saw the blood, I came to my senses. I wiped off the blood with an apron and my skirt, but it was everywhere. I couldn't bear to look at it. So I ran away. Here.
Thanks for confiding in me. You've had a difficult time.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Please tell me what you know about my Black.
Well, Black has manned up and promised he'll take care of you. That is, both of you.
Really? And I was beginning to worry he'd forgotten about me. Or worse, I've already lost one man in life. If another one left me, I'd think I was cursed.
You aren't. I'm certain. Life is complicated sometimes. That's just the way it is. But it looks like you'll have a happy ending.
I won't have to live hand to mouth anymore and do the worst jobs imaginable. Maybe I'll finally have a family.
I wish you all the best. May God be with you.
And with you too, Henry. Thank you. Stop that whistling.
Greetings, lad. What do you want?
Folk are saying you need help with some dragon bones or something?
Yes, it's true. So everyone's talking about it already.
Actually, I only heard it from the innkeeper.
I might have known it. These innkeepers, they spread gossip like old fishwives. But you've come here to offer help?
Yeah. But first, you'll have to tell me what it's all about.
Ah, yes, of course. I need to quickly deliver a message to the Abbot of Sedlitz and bring back a reply.
Well, I've never been a messenger for the church before.
The ways of the Lord are mysterious. For instance, I'm traveling to Vlashim. I'm a messenger too. I decided to spend the night here, and, well, you can see for yourself. When someone discovers something like this, whatever it is, we have to deal with it straight away. It's a church matter.
So the message will be about the bones, will it?
Of course. But if you want to hear any more, you'll have to promise to help me.
I'll deliver your message for you.
Thank you. And as I promised, I'll answer your questions. What do you want to know?
Who's this message for?
It's for the head of Sedlet's monastery, the abbot. He's the only one who can properly assess the situation and decide how to proceed.
But they won't let me into the monastery.
You don't have to go in. When I was leaving Sedlet's, the abbot was planning to visit a small church near Kuttenberg. A new parish priest, Tobias, took charge of it recently, so I suppose he wants to see how he's doing. In any case, the important thing is to deliver the message right into the abbot's hands.
Why do you need a middleman to deliver the message? You said you're a messenger yourself.
I am, but I'm headed from Sedlitz to Vlashim, not the other way round. Besides, folks from the village are already spreading all sorts of rumors about the findings. They come to me wanting to know what the bones mean. They're worried it's some kind of divine punishment. If I were to leave now, it would look like the church wanted nothing to do with it, and I certainly can't let that happen.
What else do you know about the bones?
A woodcutter found them and brought one here to show to the locals. Of course, the story spread like wildfire. People think they're dragon bones or something. I keep trying to explain to everyone there are no dragons in these parts. I mean, St. George killed a dragon, that's unquestionable, but I seriously doubt it was in the woods by Bilani.
Why not? Maybe a dragon really did live here.
If that were the case, we'd have records of it, lad. All I want is to help the locals to not be afraid, so they can continue to live in peace and God's favor.
That's why you're writing to Sedlet's monastery?
Yes. I'm hoping the abbot can advise me how to solve this unfortunate situation.
Thanks. I think that's all I need to know.
You're welcome, son. Take care on your travels.
Is there anything else I should look into?
Yes. There's this matter concerning the building of the church.
Yes, indeed. That cursed brotherhood.
Father, may I have a word?
We're in the middle of an important discussion, my child. Can it wait?
Forgive me, but it's urgent, Father. I have a message for you from a monk in Bilani. It's intended for you personally.
A monk in Bilani? Brother Slava? He should have been in Vlashim by now. How did you come by that? Where did you find it?
Find what? What's happened?
This here,
Henry.
Henry brought a message that a dragon was found in Bilani.
A dragon? A live dragon?
Just some large bones. But everyone believes they're from a dead dragon. One of the locals found them, some woodcutter. People are afraid another one will appear at any moment now. And this time, a live one. They're quite frightened.
Couldn't this fellow have made it all up? Or could someone have planted the bones there?
You think someone might be trying to mislead people? And the people of Bilani in particular? That doesn't seem likely. Someone likely really did find something odd there. If the parishioners are uneasy and confused, we have to help them. And if this man made it all up, as you say, we'll see to it they stop believing all that nonsense.
Has anyone seen the bones? Do you have any proof?
That's all I know. In any case, I think Slava put everything important in the letter.
If it's true, and the people there really did find something, don't you think the king should be informed?
Why? You ask me. The people are in need of spiritual guidance. A matter for the church, in other words.
But I'm sure this find would interest His Majesty.
The king? Which one? Wenceslas? Gerhard, I'm sure the favor you enjoy at court won't suffer if you spare Sigismund further headaches. Don't forget, you're still a member of our order, and the well-being of the church should be uppermost in your mind.
The good of the church is the most important thing for me, I assure you. But could this not also be of use to us? Yes, the whole of Bilani is talking of nothing else. But if we actually had those bones, if everyone believes it, maybe they'd be a better use for the remains.
That's enough. The fewer people know about it, the better.
Of course, you're quite right, Father.
Henry, you will make sure the bones are handed directly to Slava. Understand?
Why me? I'm just a messenger.
Not anymore. You're in Bilani. You know the place. Slava will take care of the people. You'll take care of the bones. Don't forget that helping the church is the worthiest deed of all.
What will you do with the bones? Destroy them?
That isn't your concern. They just have to disappear. But since you're so interested, yes, I intend to destroy them.
Shouldn't I bring the bones straight to you, sir? Then you can decide what to do with them.
Good heavens, no. There's enough talk about them already. Bringing them here would only make things worse. You'll hand over the bones to Slava.
I'll set off for Bilani right away then. God be with you, Father.
And with you, my son.
I have to be on my way as well.
Thank you. Take care. And would you kindly see Henry out?
Certainly, Father Abbot. Then, phew, that was quite a discussion, eh? The Abbot isn't usually so stubborn, but it's true that his opinions Hold on. Have you got a moment? There's something I need you to do.
What's it about?
It's an offer.
Christ!
It'll be worth
Pardon
your
me.
while. Shall we discuss it?
What's it about?
It's about this delicate matter of the bones. You might have noticed the Abbot and I don't quite see eye to eye on this.
I noticed.
What I want to say is, I believe you people found dragon bones. You wouldn't make it up, would you? But I also believe it's inappropriate to do anything with such a rare relic in Bilani. It would be put to much better use in other hands. So I'd like to propose a deal. You bring me the bones, and I'll reward you generously for them. What do you say?
And what's the catch? There's always a catch.
True enough. I just need to be absolutely sure I'll get the bones.
You don't trust me?
Oh, don't take it personally. I don't trust anyone. I always have a safeguard. So, however this conversation ends, you won't be the only one I send to get the bones. Then I'll pay whoever comes back with them first.
What do you want those bones for?
Don't concern yourself with that. I know a few important people who would definitely take an interest in this find.
What important people? Nobles? Wenceslas? Or Sigismund, perhaps?
Curiosity killed the cat, as they say.
What if I refuse? It all seems a bit suspicious.
Do what you think's best.
I'm afraid I'll have to refuse. I don't like the sound of your offer. Besides, I wouldn't want to go against the abbot's wishes. So no thanks.
Suit yourself. But don't expect me to let you deprive me of those bones. Farewell.
Greetings. What would you like?
I brought you a reply from the abbot, brother.
Excellent. What did he say?
He told me I should first go and find the bones and bring them to you.
That makes sense. What else?
You're supposed to destroy the bones after I bring them to you.
Destroy them? Very well. I'll do what the abbot asks.
The abbot doesn't want the rumors to spread any further. That's why I'm supposed to find the bones as soon as possible.
Well, get to work then.
Do you know Gerhard? The abbot was just talking to him when I brought him your message.
I know Father Gerhard. Why?
I got the impression he'd like to have the bones displayed for all to see. For his own benefit. He also spoke about Sigismund and his court.
What's that schemer up to now? But if Gerhard really wants them, he'll do anything to get them. We have to hurry.
I think that's everything.
Very well. The woodcutter who found the bones is called Vashek. The find didn't do him much good. People are either making fun of him, or they keep pestering him. He wanted to make a name for himself, but this isn't what he expected. So he's rather bitter now. You'll have to go to him and convince him to help us.
Well, I'll get going then. Any idea where I should start looking?
Try asking at the tavern. That's usually a good place.
God be with you, worthy sir. Please forgive the intrusion, but I'm here on a rather pressing matter.
This isn't the time for that, lad.
You seem to have misunderstood me, sir. I have urgent business to attend to, and I need a little favor from you. I heard there's been some sort of discovery here. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it, would you?
That sounds like nothing but a rumor to me, sir.
And who might you be?
Nobody important.
I see. In that case, you should probably leave, lad.
Oh? I think I'd rather stay.
Suit yourself, then. But stay out of our conversation. Let's get to the point, priest. Where were we?
I don't know what I can...
Stop your stuttering. Where in these parts did you find those dragon bones?
Sorry, I don't know quite what you want me to tell you. The dragon is an instrument of the devil. He is using it to delude people and spread terror and suffering over this whole domain.
For Christ's sake, get a grip. Stop rambling and tell me what you know.
The father here knows nothing. Leave him be. If you're interested in those bones, you can ask elsewhere.
Did I not tell you to keep your nose out of this? Unless you want me to teach you some manners by force, you'll hold your tongue, you brat.
Try anything, and we'll call the bailiff over. He'll decide what to do with you. And if you've already been asking questions, you must know that Slava didn't find the bones. So why are you here? To threaten a monk? You won't learn anything new, but you'll turn the village against you while someone else finds the bones in the meantime.
Oh, since you put it that way, I suppose I've learned all I need to know. But I warn you, don't get in my way.
You wouldn't happen to know some warrior who liked herbs?
You silly doggy.
Go with Joachim.
I reckon you ain't going nowhere.
I've got it.
Are you Vashek, the woodcutter who found those weird bones?
Jesus, why the fuck do you people keep bothering me about it? Are you never going to forget about those fucking bones?
What happened to you? Are you alright? Did you get beaten up on account of those bones?
What do you think? Maybe I ran into a door 20 times in a row. There was some fellas here. The bighead asked questions, and the other two gave me a battering. And what's it got to do with you, anyway? Leave me be.
You say people coming to see you? Why?
To ask stupid questions like you. Where are them bones? Is it really a dragon or just some dead cow? Or, aren't you imagining it? Maybe you should lay off the booze.
Are you the fellow who found those bones? I need to know.
What the hell do you want from me? Aye, that's me. And now kindly piss off.
I need to find those bones. Can you tell me how to get to them?
Here we go again. So, you want them for yourself. For what? To sell them? Make magic? You know what? Go to hell.
No, nothing like that. I'd take the bones away and have them destroyed. Once they're gone, folks will stop talking about them, and they'll leave you alone. That's exactly what you wanted, isn't it? So help me out, and you'll be left in peace.
I suppose you're right. What is it you want to know, then?
Where did you find the bones?
I'm not sure. It was somewhere in the woods, but I never went back there.
You don't remember the way?
Not exactly. I was just walking through the woods and stumbled across them. So I took one and scarpered.
You took a bone with you? What does it look like? Do you still have it?
Not anymore. I took it to show to the fellas, and they just laughed at me, saying I drink too much. It was one of the smaller ones, but still pretty big. Too big for any animal I know of. I decided to smash it to bits with an axe as soon as them strange fellas started showing up here.
Can you at least describe the route to me? The parts of it you remember?
Well, I was working in the woodcutters' camp, not far from Bilani here. And after work, I thought I'd walk along the stream that flows through there. Then I went along the path towards Rabstein. When I came across the ford there, I followed the left creek upstream.
So you didn't go as far as Rabstein?
No, I'm telling you, I was there because of the stream. And you come to it before you get to Rabstein. So I waded through the water for a while, till I came to this rocky slope on my left. And then there was this massive rock in the stream, and I didn't feel like climbing over it. I'd gone a long way by then, so I thought I'd go back home. I climbed out of the stream and went left up the hill and across this little glade towards Mezoles.
Is there anything you remember about it?
You bet there was. There was a huge tree stump and lots of mushrooms around it. I picked a couple. Then I went around some thick bushes and headed on towards Mezoles. I went past a few fallen trees, all the way to this old hunting hide. Nobody uses it anymore, and it's nearly collapsed. There, I saw boulders on the slope below me, off to the left. I walked alongside them till I reached a clearing, and that was the spot.
What did the clearing look like?
Ordinary. Pretty big. sand and stuff.
All right. Thanks.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side.
Thanks for your help. Once I find those bones, your worries will be over.
Yeah, whatever. Just don't bother me again.
Here it is.
You just won't give up, will you? One rather hoped that you would have comprehended the foolhardiness of getting in my way. How is one to achieve anything when one's endeavors are constantly hindered by tiresome obstacles? I don't care much for obstacles. I found the best policy is to remove them, once and for all. I'll tell you what we'll do now. You will leave me everything you've found, and everything you have with you. Your weapon, too. You'll have no more need of it anyway. And in return, my men won't cut your throat. You'll merely lose some parts you can manage without. I'm not a barbarian after all.
Sir.
You'll have time enough. What is the fucking matter?
Good day, gentlemen. I have orders from the highest authority to secure this find here. I will ask you all to disperse quietly. I'd rather avoid any unnecessary bloodshed, but we will not leave this place without those bones.
Regrettably, sir, I cannot comply. I will have my prize.
You would defy me.
Perhaps you can offer something of equal value in exchange.
We're not haggling in the marketplace. This is an order.
You can give orders to your rabble, sir, but not to me.
Look, no one needs to get hurt here. Let's talk it through and figure something out. Look, let's not be too hasty here. There must be some way we can solve this without gutting each other.
Horseshit! Take a look at yourselves. You think I'm going to believe you're interested in a peaceful solution?
You're right. I'm not.
We're all here on account of these bones. Why, for God's sake?
Don't you understand what these bones represent? The things that could be made from them would have incredible value and power. With them, nothing could stop you.
And you want to sell them, do you?
What do you know about it, mercenary?
Mercenary? I was sent here by the supreme dignitaries of our order.
Ooh.
These dragon bones will be our rarest acquisition, but you don't need to know anything about that.
Order? What order?
Ah, for God's sake. They're just another band of deluded, impoverished knights who only got some fancy-sounding name from Sigismund.
How fucking dare you? What are you doing here?
I'm here at the behest of the Abbot of Sedlitz, who wants the bones destroyed to prevent the spread of heresy.
So that's why you were with that monk. Then you might as well run along home. The word has already spread far and wide anyway.
How did you find this place?
All I had to do was ask the drunkard from the tavern. He was damned belligerent, and then he started insulting us. But soon enough, he realized what was what.
I know him. We worked out a deal that benefited both of us. I found out where to go, and he got to keep all his limbs attached.
Oh, Christ. We can make a deal.
What? No. You have no idea what this is about. I don't intend to leave anything to this fucker. I'd rather put it to the test whether he's as skilled with a sword as he is with his mouth.
I see you have no idea how mistaken you are. I'll enjoy this fight. There's a good reason I pay for the best bodyguards.
Then we'll give ourselves better odds. Hey, young fella, come and join us. Once we get rid of this loudmouth, we can come to an agreement. At least you'll listen to reason.
You'll try to conspire against me? Right in front of me? Unbelievable! Consider this. You help me, and I'll let you go. That's fair, isn't it?
Oh, enough with the prick measuring contest. For fuck's sake, can't you see this is going nowhere? All I hear is a lot of tough talk, but nobody's backing down. Do you want to leave these bones here and go?
Never.
And you?
Absolutely not.
And I'm not going to join either one of you. I'm not a fool. The fight will end, and whoever wins will finish me off. Unless you want to stand here till Judgment Day, each of us is going to have to compromise.
Didn't you hear what I said? I said no.
Be quiet. Have you got a better idea, you blockhead? Everyone's just hissing and spitting. But we all know that none of us has a chance of defeating the other two. And there's more than one bone here.
Where are you going with this?
Take one and do what you like with it. And you have orders to bring back the bones. Only no one knows how many of them are buried here, right? You can say you searched the whole place and found only one. You'll return victorious. And I'll take one for the abbot. No one will be any the wiser. And we won't have to kill each other. Damn it, if each of us brought back one bone from any old carcass, everyone would believe they're dragon bones after all this fuss. Don't you get it? We get what we want, and no one has to get hurt.
I can't deny...
You have got a point.
It's perfectly straightforward, for Christ's sake.
All right. I'm willing to concede that. It seems fair.
Well?
All right, then.
Excellent. So each of us will take a share and go his own way. And I hope our paths never cross again.
So do I.
Goddamn stupid orders.
Good. That was a close one. At least we're alive.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt? Greetings, lad. What brings you here?
I'm here about the bones.
Excellent, my son. So you found them. Where are they?
It was a tough job getting them, but I did it. I have all the bones I found there. Quite a lot of people were interested in them. I had some trouble with them, but nothing I couldn't handle.
God bless you. Now I can carry out the abbot's wishes. Did you really run into people who were looking for them?
I did. It seems the word spread like wildfire.
It's high time we put an end to this problem. Show me.
Here they are. What now?
I'll take care of it now. I'll get rid of these bones.
How? You want to burn them?
Yes, but I'll keep it to myself where I'm going to do it. Thanks for your help. It really was a higher power that sent you to me. And you've made a good name for yourself with the abbot, too. I shall tell him everything.
Thank you, brother. God be with you.
And with you. Till we meet again.
I'm here to...
Well, it's about time. Put it somewhere inside.
There must be some mistake. I'm not delivering anything.
What do you want, then?
The innkeeper sent me. He said you're looking to hire someone.
He's not wrong. I was afraid nobody would turn up. Who might you be?
Henry of Scallis.
I'm Betty. I run the place.
What exactly is this place?
Can't you tell? Once I've got the place in good nick and up and running, it'll be the best establishment in the city. I need you to bring some things from Grund. And while you're there, find my wagoner Matsek and bring him back as well. He went there before you and he hasn't come back yet.
What do you want me to bring back?
You know, a bit of this and a bit of that.
You're not telling me much.
Curiosity killed the cat.
And what if I told you to forget it?
You wanted a job, didn't you? I promise you won't regret it and you'll enjoy the journey.
All right then. It'll be a surprise. Who's Matsek?
The wagoner I hired for the job before you. He still hasn't come back. I reckon he's gone to ground in Grun, so to speak.
Are you sure he'll be in Grund?
He's bound to be sitting in a tavern, boozing and keeping his head down. He used to steal for a living. So now he sees a catchpole round every corner, and he's afraid of his own shadow.
Why do you think he's gone to ground?
Matsek's a bit odd, superstitious. He once didn't set foot outdoors for 2 days because there was a black cat outside on the porch. When you meet him, you can ask him about it yourself.
What's in it for me?
A decent bit of coin.
It's a deal. I'll go to Grund for the wagon and its driver.
In the meantime, I'll try and get this place cleaned up a bit.
How come it's so run down?
It wasn't always like this. Old Marish used to say, Betty, this place has to shine, and everyone must find what he's looking for here, see? Except he wasn't good with money. So he ended up broke, and then everything went downhill. We couldn't even afford herbs for the baths. People stopped coming. The girls left, and the old man fell ill. For a while it was just the two of us, and then he died. So it's up to me to get this place back on its feet. Take care now.
Do you think it'll be worth it? Of course it will. A big city, lots of customers.
I was sent by Betty, the bathkeeper from Kuttenberg. Do you know her?
Aye, we know her, sweetie. What can we do for you?
I'm supposed to pick something up here. I don't know what, but I reckon you might.
Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. What's it to you?
Well, Betty said it would be a surprise.
She was right about that. A surprise for you and us, handsome. When do we leave?
Hold on. I'm meant to be picking you up.
Aye, all of us. We're supposed to work at Betty's bathhouse.
Where do you know Betty from?
We met by chance. We were sitting in a tavern, complaining about our jobs. Before that, we was in a bathhouse in Backwater, the same as this one, and it wasn't nothing good. Betty heard us, and there and then she offered us something better in Kuttenberg.
All of you?
That's right. She said she had big plans for her bathhouse. But the main thing is it's the city. Nobody in their right mind would say no.
Are you girls going to work as bathmaids?
What do you think we're going to do?
I don't know. I thought maybe...
What? We might want to join a nunnery? Ha! No chance. We're all experienced. We know what the job's about.
Can we go?
You expect us to walk to Kuttenberg? Betty said she'd send a wagon for us.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Give me a moment. I'll sort it out.
God bless.
I'm looking for Matsek, the wagoner. Is that you?
Who's asking?
I'm Henry. And you are...
Look, I have to go. Farewell.
Relax. Betty from Kuttenberg sent me. She said you were supposed to bring her something, but instead you're still hanging around here. So she wants to know what's going on. If you need help, I'm your man.
Thank God you're here. This job will be the death of me. Everyone thought it was suspicious that I was driving girls to and fro.
Do you mean the girls you were supposed to deliver to Betty?
What girls do you think I mean? Getting them there is not that simple, though. A wagon full of girls is suspicious. Everyone watches, and then they remember your face.
What of it? There's no law against driving girls into the city.
It's just with my face. Everyone wonders what pretty girls are doing with a bloke like me. On top of that, I had a dream. I dreamt I was stopped by soldiers. And soldiers are bastards. They treat you like dirt. Like in Opatovitz, they stop every wagon and check what's on it.
We're in Grund. We're a long way from Opatovitz, so there aren't any troops here. Besides, it was just a dream.
My dreams never lie. Last time I dreamt I fell off a hay wagon. And then I had a rash all week.
I'll give you my word. You don't have to worry about any soldiers. Not when you're with me. Besides, Betty's getting annoyed. And I'll be more afraid of her than soldiers.
Christ, you're right. But if anything happens to me, it'll be on your conscience.
You get the wagon ready while I go and get the girls.
Just don't be too obvious about it. I don't want no one to see us together.
Yeah. Can we go?
If we don't have to walk, then sure.
Your wagon awaits outside the tavern, my dears. Get on.
Aye, clear over gold, I say.
Good doggy. Good boy.
What do you think it'll be like there?
Oh, Clara said it's wonderful there. Lovely clothes, shops full of all kinds of stuff, and never a dull moment. And she said everyone's really cultivized.
Rich customers. That's the main thing. I'm sick of villagers asking if they can pay later.
Rich and gentlemanly.
That young lad who's escorting us, bet he lives there. Maybe he'll tell us more.
Aye, ask him then.
Why me? You ask him.
Sir?
I'm not some lord. Just call me Henry. What do you want?
What's it like in the city?
The city's big, beautiful. Everyone there is living on the pig's back.
You're having me on.
No, I'm not. You'll see for yourself soon enough. It's not like in a village. Everything's a lot bigger.
And the fellas? Are they all bigger as well?
Never given it any thought.
Pity. Do you work at the bathhouse as well?
No. I have other business to take care of. I'm just helping Betty out for now.
But I expect you'll be coming to see us, though. Won't you?
You read me like a book.
If I knew how to read, I wouldn't be working in a bathhouse. But I have other talents.
I'm sure you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing.
I'll gladly show you my talents if you come and see me. Actually, I wanted to ask you, well...
I find it hard to believe a girl like you can be shy.
Right, there's no point beating about the bush. Are you more into tits or bottoms?
Is that what you lot talk about all the time?
Don't change the subject. I want to know.
Definitely backside.
Arse? Why's that?
Don't know what I can tell you. Maybe because it's a nice thing and you know how to wiggle them.
You bet we do. If you saw how I could wiggle my ass.
I can... well imagine.
Hear that, girls? He's an arse man.
Here I am.
How'd you like my new girls?
The girls are very sweet. I couldn't have wished for a nicer journey.
I knew you'd hit it off. I expect you didn't get bored on the journey.
I certainly didn't. I've done what you asked.
Thanks. Here's your reward.
Betty! What a lovely surprise! I see you're doing the place up.
Nice to see you, Adam. What can I do for you?
I came to see how you're cleaning up the pigsty. It's hard to believe. It's the same building.
Right. You've had a look. Now get lost.
Is that any way to treat guests? What would the old men think?
I don't think we've met. I'm Henry.
Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Adam. I run the only bathhouse in the city. Come and take a look when you get tired of this pigsty.
Do you need something?
I just wanted to discuss something with Betty.
What if I don't want to talk to you?
It'll only take a moment.
If you don't want me here, I can go.
Yes, thanks. No, wait. Stay here. At least you'll hear the offer I have for Betty.
What offer?
It won't be anything special. Adam just came for a quick look around. He has to be going again.
You're wrong. I'm here on business. Betty, we're old friends, and I'm worried about you. I'm offering you help from one friend to another.
Don't make me throw up.
Running a bathhouse requires expertise, money, and courage. But you, Betty, you have none of those things. And that's why I'm offering to take you under my wing. I'll buy the place. All of it, including you. You can still be the bathkeeper, but the bathhouse will be mine. What do you think?
I'm not interested.
Come, come. I haven't even told you how much I'm offering yet.
Not even for a golden goose.
You don't have to answer right now. Think it over. Sleep on it. Just imagine. We'll do the whole place up. I'll sort out a permit, some proper girls, and furniture.
I said no.
What a pity. And it would be an even bigger pity if someone made a mistake and you lost everything. Just imagine. The house burns down and you find yourself on the street with the girls. What then? That's not what the old man would have wanted.
Get out! Fuck off out of here, you piece of shit! How dare you even mention him?
Now, Betty, anger isn't good for the heart. You're not as young as you used to be. You need someone by your side who knows the ropes.
Out! Get out right now!
Pity. A real pity.
You all right?
That fucking whore's son.
What will you do now?
I'll show him I can manage just fine without him. My bathhouse will be so great that everyone will forget about his.
How do you want to do that?
I'll throw a party that people will remember for as long as they live. I'll invite the whole city, and everyone in the district will be talking about it. And that scumbag will tear his hair out with envy.
Why did you yell at him like that?
Because it's no more than he deserves. He's to blame for my misery in the first place. Things have gone downhill since he got rid of Marish. Have I told you about him?
You have.
Marish was the original owner of the bathhouse and didn't want to sell it. And Adam can't get over it. When Marish started to have trouble with his health and with money, that fucker did everything he could to get us closed down. He spread nasty rumors. He tried to steal our customers and girls.
And now he turns up out of the blue and offers to buy the place.
He wants it all for himself. He tried once before, but he didn't get far. And then he saw to it we ended up broke.
How can someone do that?
Adam knows people on the city council. He gets away with all kinds of shit.
A big opening night party sounds good.
But I don't have a crier to spread the word around the city. So I was thinking, Would you help me?
It doesn't sound too hard. What do you want me to say?
That's what we have to figure out. The name of the bathhouse is already decided. It's going to be called the Kingfisher.
I like it.
Now for the rest.
We need a good opening line.
We'll begin with the name. What else? And then something that grabs their attention.
Hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that the Kingfisher, a new bathhouse, is opening.
That's good!
That's sorted then. Then we have to recommend our services, so people know what they can look forward to.
You have to praise my girls to high heaven. That's the main thing.
So openly. I thought those services would be more secret.
You have to find a clever way to say it.
Our bathhouse wenches will soothe your body and soul.
They'll warm you up from head to toe, whether you're in a hot bath or not.
I like it. Now the next bit. How do we end it?
That's obvious. We invite them to the opening party.
Ditch the tavern for the bathhouse.
At our grand celebration, the booze will flow.
Lord or beggar, all shall have their fill.
That's it.
I like it. How does it all sound together? Hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that the Kingfisher, a new bathhouse, is opening. Our bathhouse wenches will soothe your body and soul. They'll warm you up from head to toe, whether you're in a hot bath or not. Ditch the tavern for the bathhouse. At our grand celebration, the booze will flow. Lord or beggar, all shall have their fill. I reckon it's good.
It sounds all right. Now go to the square and announce it. I want the whole city to hear that a new bathhouse is opening in Hopbrink.
Where's the best place to try it?
The best place would be... Grain Market, near the town hall. Then Horse Market on Vinter Street. And the markets in Merchant's Quarter. But do it during the daytime, all right? If you go around yelling at night, the only attention you'll get is from the night watchman.
Right. I'll go round those places when they're full of people and shout my head off.
Come back when you're done. In the meantime, I'll get the bathhouse ready for the guests.
Here I go. Easy.
All quality wares.
Whoa. So, hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that the Kingfisher, a new bathhouse, is opening. Our wenches will soothe your body and soul. They'll warm you up from head to toe, whether you're in a hot bath or not. Ditch the tavern for the bathhouse. At our grand celebration, the booze will flow. Lord or beggar, all shall have their fill. The Kingfisher Bathhouse. Hopbrink. Easy, good horse. Whoa. So, hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that the Kingfisher, a new bathhouse, is opening. Our wenches will soothe your body and soul. They'll warm you up from head to toe, whether you're in a hot bath or not. Ditch the tavern for the bathhouse. At our grand celebration, the booze will flow. Lord or beggar,
Is this some kind
all
of
shall
joke?
have their fill.
Stop
The
while
Kingfisher
there's still
Bathhouse.
time.
Hopbrink. You got a problem?
Quite right I do. Openly encouraging people to sin here on a Lord's Day. Such disgraceful behaviour in broad daylight. Encouraging people to fornicate and sin.
Is it forbidden?
Don't pretend you don't know. Holy Scripture tells us that fornication, whoremongering and adultery are grave sins. And this is the main street, right next to the city gate. Have you lost your mind? Luring people onto the path of hell, here of all places.
There's nothing wrong with bathhouses. They don't have to be sinful either. It's people who are sinful. A bathhouse is a place for cleansing the body, just like a church is a place for cleansing the soul.
Are you likening churches to bathhouses?
I'm just saying that there's a good reason for bathhouses. If we didn't have them, we'd be drowning in filth.
What about all of fornication that goes on in them?
Well, that's not the bathhouse's fault. It's the fault of the people who go there.
I know what you're getting at. I just wanted to warn you. It's not a good idea to drum up business near a church. God be with you.
So people know about the Kingfisher now?
Did you make the announcement?
Yeah, it wasn't hard. But at one point I picked the wrong spot, and that rubbed some local up the wrong way.
What? Was there trouble?
Now, we settled the matter in the end.
Why are you worrying me then? It sounded like they set the guards on you and you got into a fight with them.
Give someone a slap for something like that? No way.
I'm glad you're sensible. If you got into a fight, it would lead to nothing but trouble.
I know.
That's enough chit-chat. Now I have to get everything ready for our big night. Are you coming?
Definitely.
Welcome to the best baths in Kuttenberg. And the drinks are on the house.
Get up, you two!
I'm not here.
Get your act together, we're in deep shit! Get up now!
Stop screaming, for the love of God.
The councillor's right outside. He's come to check on things.
What? Jesus, well, why didn't you wake me up then?
Holy shit.
What's he doing here?
How should I know? Betty's stalling him so he doesn't see what a shambles the place is. We have to clean the place up, sharpish.
What do you want me to do?
There are drunks lying about everywhere. And since you're the only man who's awake, it's your job to get them out of sight. I can't lift them.
You sure?
And don't just drop them round the corner. We don't want the councillor seeing them, so take them upstairs, into the first room on the right.
Oh, upstairs?
And pick up the tankards and clothes lying all over the floor, so it doesn't look like such a pigsty.
I'm really not up to...
And you puked under a tub last night, so clear it up.
I don't remember that.
I expect there's a lot of stuff you won't remember, but that doesn't matter now. Clear it up fast. That's all that matters. And don't go outside so the councillor doesn't see you until it's done. Got that?
Put some clothes on. You can't just go walking about like this.
Aye. Right away.
Let's see then. I hope you'll find it satisfactory.
Proper oak tables. That's the way it should be. Your kitchen is almost part of the ale room. As long as the food's good, that's all that counts. Now let's see the most important part. This place is fit for a king! I see your tubs are brand new. I'm impressed.
Well, sir, what do you say? Are you satisfied?
I'm not going to lie, Betty. I'm pleasantly surprised. I expected a grotty flea pit, but instead you've made a nice, clean bathhouse.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of people were bad-mouthing you, but don't let that bother you. I can see that it was all nonsense.
I'm pretty sure I know who was the source of the rumors.
You'll be Adam's equal in time. You may even put him in the shade.
So Betty was right. Adam tried to badmouth her.
It was only yesterday that he told me this place had no class and wasn't worth visiting.
At least you know what kind of a man Adam is.
Come. It's natural that an old bathhouse owner will find fault with a new one, especially when it's
a woman? Ha! I'll show everyone I'm up to the job.
Is that why you're here, sir? To see for yourself if Adam was right or if Betty was up to it?
That's right. And I couldn't be more satisfied. Keep up the good work, Betty.
Thank you. You'll always be welcome here. Could I have a word, Henry? You deserve a reward.
Whew. That was close.
Oh, you can say that again.
If you'd arrived just a few moments earlier...
Too right. When I saw what it looked like this morning, I thought I was fucked.
We did it. You have your own bathhouse.
Yeah. From tomorrow, it's going to be packed. The girls definitely deserve some time off today, and more pay. And I'm grateful to you too. You helped me out of a tight spot when I most needed it.
It was nothing.
It certainly wasn't nothing. Whenever you need bathhouse services, come to us. Everyone knows you already. You'll get a discount. The girls are already used to you.
I'll definitely drop by.